Why does Mona look better today than when she won the Miss Universe?
I'm the strongest I've ever been, like right now at 46. Oh,
little bicep. Let me see the peaks.
Clark.
Whoa, what is that? Is that a black diamond? Is there some snow up on that? Hey, okay, speaking of age, what is the peak age?
Right now?
What is the peak age for a person? When do they peak?
I think 40.
I took an Olympic wrestler and I ragdolled him and headbutted him, slapped on the ground. I started slapping his ass on TV.
I remember that episode when you slapping the guy's ass.
I think there's things that you and I don't notice because we've lived it and we don't think like most people. But you also, hypothetically, let me give you a scenario. If you talk to a guy that's almost 60 and say, what you're going to do is you're going to go down to the field and you're going to throw the football and then you're going to catch it when it bounces off and you're going to run down there and you're going to juke sideways. That guy's going to come back to me and go, son, I can't run. And the ones that can run go, son, if I juke like that, I'm going to tear an ACL. I haven't ran like that until mama, it's like we take it for granted. Like that ain't us.
Yeah.
That ain't us. So I just don't want them to miss that. We were looking at a guy, pop the top for a second. You can give me a half pop.
Oh.
Little bicep. Let me see the peaks.
Clark.
Whoa, what is that? Is that a black diamond? Is there some snow up on those? Let's see the glutes.
I loved that he put up his pictures from young age to now. That was great, and you still look absolutely mind blown.
I thought about Mike when I was doing that because we talk about longevity a lot, and there was a picture of me at 23 sitting on a bench just like this.
Yeah,
and it was funny because that day I had bench pressed 315 for 10 reps. I remember my buddies challenged me, and I wrapped it. And I sat up and I did that and they took a picture of me. I can remember it like it was yesterday. And I thought to myself, wow, I looked good. And then, you fast forward 10 years later and you have a similar shot Ralph DeHaan took of me posted up on this pole. And then I thought to myself, wow, I'm 52 now. I want to replicate that shot to see how I look. And I searched for the same pole, but they tore the park down that we shot in. So I got on another pole down in San Diego and I did it again. I thought, wait, is it possible? You can look better 30 years later, 40 years later, and then now at 58, people always accuse us of Photoshop. Oh,
Photoshop wasn't around with us when we started.
My favorite compliment is you look good for your age, one, and when was that picture taken? I'm like, bitch, look, this is today. There's nothing happening right now. This is today.
So you got to jump back. You said you like it when they say you look good for your age?
No, that's the worst compliment. It's an insult. It's not a compliment. I'm like, I'm not being cocky, but I look good for any age.
No, that's not cocky. That's an insult, and it's something that they always do. And I talk about Robbie. He goes, he looks good for his age. I go, shut up. He looks for a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
He's 78. Clark Martin doesn't look good for a 58. Clark Martin looks good for a 20-year-old. So I think this is actually when they go, you're comparing me to all the other people my age. I'm still on the covers. We're still doing that. Compare me to the guys that are at the pinnacle of the industry. I still guest pose top 5 in the world.
Yeah, and you get paid. You get to fly around the world.
She works out at nothing.
I work out at 40%. Imagine if I go 100, what would happen?
I know. And that's what I'm saying. If me and you, Mona, had Monas in our life and for us, imagine what we'd be like. Mike would be like,
yeah. Hey, okay, speaking of age, what is the peak age?
Right now?
What is the peak age for a person? When do they peak?
I think 40.
Okay.
I thought that at 38, which is right around 40, I felt like I could run through a brick wall. I could do anything virtually. That was my saying then, is like someone would ask me, how do you feel? I could run through a brick wall. And I really honestly felt that way.
Okay, because it's funny because I said yesterday, peak age for me was like mid-30s. And I said, and this is honest truth, and I said it on a video, I said, I will wrestle a bear.
Yeah.
That is how I felt at 35. I go into the gym, I deadlift 775 for 3, just grabbing and going. So it's like, I felt like I could wrestle a bear. So that's a peak age for everybody, but it doesn't mean that you have to deteriorate, minimize the decline. minimize the decline. Okay, so let's say we peaked at 35. How far down are we from that? Or is there some stuff that we've maintained? Did we drop 10%? Did we drop 2%? Did we drop 80%? Like so many people that we know.
Yeah, I don't think I've dropped or you've dropped all that much or Mona's dropped all that much, because the reality is it starts with mindset. And when you say you could wrestle a bear, this is not a statement. It's an actual belief that you have.
Yeah, it was an actual belief. Yeah, I actually wanted to.
You're that crazy.
I was that beyond. I was doing Battle Dome. I took an Olympic wrestler and I ragdolled him and headbutted him and slapped on the ground. I started slapping his ass on TV.
I remember that episode when you slapping the guy's ass, man.
I go backstage. They go, "What is wrong with you?" I'm like, "I'm hyped up." But you at that age and the strength and everything. And so I know that was before social media and everything like that.
But
So it was like,
can I say right now, Clark, as we speak, like this week, last week, I'm the strongest I've ever been.
so then where does that come into play? Why does Mona look better today than when she won the Miss Universe?
I'm the strongest I've ever been, like right now at 46.
I believe it's because you're the type of person who doesn't need a ton of training to get the most out of your
attention.
genetic
Yeah,
potential.
yes, you're correct.
So having the ability to rest as much as you've been resting, we'll call it, if that's actually something you do, it now is playing into your favor, so that when you do go into the gym, we were talking about you the other day. It was with, I can't remember who it was, but we were talking about you shoulder pressing 50-pound dumbbells or something like it was easy.
And you know what? I could have went 60. That's serious? Yeah, I could have done 60. Yeah, I mean, it was heavy, but it wasn't
Dumbbells, guys.
it
It wasn't a 60-pound barbell. It was a 60-pound dumbbell. So it's 120. So
Right.
she's
So-
and she does.
Isn't that crazy?
It is, but the reality is you are now able to maximize your genetic potential, where before we didn't understand the true ability of human performance. And I think with age, we start to understand, specifically with our own abilities, what the limits are on human performance. And you are still realizing that there's more for you because you haven't bought into the age lie.
How old is Brady?
Brady's what, 40,
44?
44 or something like that?
He's in the early 40s, but he's in 40s. He's closer to 45, I think, than he is 40.
See, and here's the thing now, too,
At
with
the
that.
peak
Is
level.
he's better looking now than he's ever been in
Yeah.
his entire
Yeah,
life.
I was going to say the same thing.
His rookie year compared to now,
he's blood ugly, man.
he would have been in Revenge of the Nerds when he was a rookie, and now he's like the studliest stud now.
His skin's better, his everything's better, because he now is tapping into all of what he has available to him to maximize his human performance in every aspect. His skin, his hair, his demeanor, his attitude, his energy looks great because of T12, right? He's created this ability to raise up the expectation that he has for himself.
Okay.